Hello, this is Gavin, and today we're going to be looking at the grammar of using the verb wish. We use wish for various reasons. We can use it to talk about imaginary or hypothetical or impossible situations, states and events. Because these situations are imaginary, hypothetical or impossible, we use a subjunctive form. Now remember, my trick for this is that in English, the subjunctive form often appears to be familiar tenses, like the past simple or the past continuous. So if we're talking about something in the present, in the subjunctive, it looks like we're talking in the past simple. If we're talking about something in the present continuous, something that's ongoing in this moment, the subjunctive looks like the past continuous. Or if we're talking about something that happened yesterday or didn't happen yesterday, something that you would have liked to have happened yesterday, in the subjunctive, we use what looks like the past perfect. So let's have a look at some examples. If I want to express that I would like to be taller right now, I need to use the subjunctive because it's just not possible. I'm 43 years old. I'm not going to get any taller now. But as I mentioned before, when we're talking about the present, the subjunctive appears to be the past simple. So I would say, I wish I were a little bit taller. We can see in this example that I'm not saying I wish I was a little bit taller. I could say that, and it's not wrong. But because this is the subjunctive, it's preferable, it's better to use were for all persons. I wish I were a little bit taller. I wish she were a little bit taller. I wish we were a little bit taller. This isn't the past simple. This is the subjunctive referring to the present, but it looks a lot like the past simple. If we want to talk about something imaginary in progress right now or around this time, we use what looks like the past continuous. Remember, like I said before, the subjunctive always appears to be one conjugation behind the tense that we're actually speaking in. So I could say, I wish I were lying on the beach right now. This looks like a strange form of the past continuous, but it isn't. This is the subjunctive present continuous. This is some imaginary thing that I wish was in progress right now. Or perhaps you're thinking, I wish I wasn't in English class now. It would be better to say, I wish I weren't in English class now. If we want to talk about the past in the subjunctive, we use what looks like the past perfect. I wish I had studied more for the exam. So imagine that you're in an exam, you open the exam paper, you look at the first question, and you realise that you don't know the answer. So instead of thinking, oh, I should have studied yesterday, you could say, I wish I had studied more. We're talking about what you wish you had done yesterday. We use the past perfect here, or what looks like the past perfect, because the subjunctive always appears to be regressed one tense behind. We could say, I wish I hadn't bought that jacket yesterday. I don't really like it. So yesterday I went to the shops, I bought a jacket, and now I've decided I don't really like it. So when I'm talking about this purchase, this act of buying the jacket, I use what looks like the past perfect. I wish I hadn't bought that jacket yesterday. I don't really like it. We can also use wish to talk about things that annoy you. If something annoys you, you can use wish and would and the infinitive without to express this annoyance. So imagine that I have a friend who talks incessantly. They're always talking. They never stop talking. I could say, I wish he would stop talking sometimes. So we've got wish, and then the person, the object, and then would, and then stop with no to. We wouldn't say, I wish he would to stop. We'd say, I wish he would stop talking sometimes. It annoys me when people listen to music on the metro without headphones. So I could say, I wish people wouldn't listen to music without headphones on the metro. So again, in this example, we have wish, then the object, people, then would or wouldn't, and then listen in the infinitive without to. I wish people wouldn't listen to music without headphones on the metro. We can also insert that here. I wish that people wouldn't listen to music without headphones on the metro. But in English, that is optional. Generally, I prefer to use it. I think it makes the sentence clearer, but it is optional. We can also use wish as a synonym of want. So if we're speaking in a formal sense, not normally a conversational sense, but a formal sense, we can use wish as a synonym of want. It works the same in as much as we follow it with an infinitive verb. So I wish to complain about my recent experience at your restaurant. Or I do not wish to be disrespected like that. We can also use wish with for to talk about things that we want. So we could say, many migrants simply wish for a better quality of life. Or if I have fantastic neighbours, I say, I couldn't wish for better neighbours. So it's not possible that I had better neighbours. I couldn't wish for better neighbours. There are also some common phrases in English where we use wish. For example, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Or I wish you all the best in your new job. We wish you a happy birthday. Or we wish you a speedy recovery. These are fairly set expressions. There are more examples like this, but they don't necessarily follow the rules that we've already seen before. It's usually wish, and then you, and then some kind of noun phrase like a Merry Christmas or all the best, or in your new job, a happy birthday, a speedy recovery. Now, be very careful with wish and hope. Wish and hope, they're similar verbs, but they're different. Like we've explained here, we use wish for impossible or hypothetical situations. I wish I were a little bit taller. Or to express annoyance, I wish you would be quiet. But we use hope for our preferred outcome or preferred results, usually in a realistic sense. So I hope to pass the exam. I hope to see you soon. We couldn't say, I hope to be a little bit taller because I've stopped growing. This is not realistic. And we wouldn't really say, I wish to pass the exam, because this is something that you have control over. You can study for the exam and you can pass the exam if you work hard. That's just about everything for looking at the verb wish. If you found this useful, click subscribe to find more videos like this, where you can find information about how to use different grammatical structures.